In this video, I'm gonna break down my top 16 ChatGPT automations that I use on a regular basis. In fact, I'm gonna post a link down below. If you click that link, you could actually drag the automations from that Google folder to your make.com account and be able to import it seamlessly. In fact, I'm actually gonna show you how to do that right before we begin the video. Here we have our make.com account, and what we wanna do, top right corner where it says create a scenario, we want to create a scenario, and basically we want to click this button that says import. But first you need the file. Now where's that file? The file is going to be in this Google folder and everything will be labeled. So let's just say you want this one, for example. You would basically right click it and then you would download it. As soon as it downloads, you're gonna get a little icon at the top right corner saying download successful. Perfect. Come down over here, click on import. All you have to do is import the file from your computer. It didn't want to work that way, but that's totally fine. All you got to do is you got to click open the folder, click on the JSON file and click on open, and it gets loaded on for you, and boom, it's basically all completed. You really have to do nothing. All you got to do, you got to set up your accounts obviously, but it's super easy to do. And basically you can choose an account, whatever account you want. You connect your ChatGPT API key to be able to get this running, and the way you do that, they have more than enough resources to be able to do that. So without further ado, let's dive into the top 16 ChatGPT make.com automations to boost your productivity. First on this is the one I actually imported over, is you could have ChatGPT complete your Google Sheets rows. So let's just say you're preparing content. ChatGPT will help you flush out that content even more. You could even have it write descriptions for you. And basically, this is the #1 automation that I use on a daily basis. And a lot of the times what I use it for, I use it to enrich the current lead lists that I have that I'm gonna be sending out to prospects. The second one is, in fact, I actually posted a video about this yesterday. This is, you have your own custom ChatGPT bot. You have a Telegram bot, and as soon as you reply to it, it'll send you replies basically instantly, and that bot is gonna do whatever you want it to. Whatever information you put down here for ChatGPT, let's just say, hey ChatGPT, you are my personal training assistant. Your job is to help me lose 2 pounds a week. It's gonna do the exact same thing. Any questions outside of that, it'll just say, I cannot answer these questions. Down here, as you know, especially when you run a business, you get countless emails and we can't read through all of them. ChatGPT will actually read the emails on your behalf, summarize them, and also post a link down below so you can click those emails if you want more information. This was fantastic. You get everything on your Slack for you to see, because as business owners, of course, that's a great way to instant message a lot of your guys' team. Here's a great one. Anytime you see a website and you want to summarize some of the data, you can summarize the data on certain websites depending on whatever they have on their blog post, and you can literally create a smaller blog post or a version of the blog post and post it to any of your social media profiles. Super valuable for anybody who's trying to create content. Automating responses with ChatGPT and Google Sheets. Now, the reason why this is valuable, instead of you having to reply to every single inbound email that comes in, you could actually have ChatGPT reply to the email instantly. I recommend waiting a couple minutes so it's not too weird. So let's just say you have a lead coming in saying, hey Gurinder, they filled out a form on your website. They say, hey Gurinder, I'm looking to build a marketing automation workflow and I would like you to do it. What would that cost me? Here's my budget. Here's exactly the specs that I want. All you would have to do is have ChatGPT know the basic information about the product that they're inquiring about, and it'll automatically reply to the email, even with a link to your calendar. And then they book the time in your calendar, and ChatGPT will be able to update your CRM based on all the information that's provided by your prospect. A Notion item to ChatGPT. Sometimes we don't have all the time in the world to be able to update certain items in Notion. ChatGPT could basically help you flush out all the data even more to be able to provide it with more data and context so you know what you're looking at anytime you look at your Notion documents. Here's a great one. Find YouTube videos in a channel, summarize it, and then email yourself the results. You could email yourself, you could text yourself, Telegram, anything you really want. Basically, you'd look at all the most valuable videos somebody has on their profile, and then you would just take a summary of each of those videos and see which one's most appealing to you, whether maybe that's content you want to repurpose or maybe it's an article that you want to produce based on other people's videos. Here's a fantastic one. Use ChatGPT to be able to create blogs on your guys' website. You could look at certain things that are out on WordPress right now, summarize them and distribute them to all your guys' social media links, or you could even create a blog on your website in much more greater detail. Generate high converting descriptions. Instead of us hiring somebody to write the actual description for our 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 products, we could just have ChatGPT go in, understand what the product's about, and write a very high converting detailed description based on the template that you give it. Here's one that I use regularly. I mostly use for Instantly, which is a marketing automation software. It allows you to send 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 emails a day if you'd like, to be able to send emails to customers so you get them as, send emails to prospects so you get them as customers. I basically use a webhook. Anytime there's a positive response that comes in, I want ChatGPT to be able to read the response and respond accordingly based on the framework that I gave it. Hey, if they're saying, can you give me more information? ChatGPT will have a list of things it could say and it will provide it more information. And ChatGPT is very good at picking on the nuances of what the person is asking for. And so this is a very ROI activity. All I would actually add to this is once it goes into Google Sheets for documentation, I would actually connect another webhook that connects it back into Instantly so it automatically replies to the leads that are coming in. Love this one. Automatically respond to emails with ChatGPT and Airtable. So anytime an email comes in, you could use ChatGPT to be able to update that person's profile in Airtable. Once they search for the record in Airtable, it goes back into ChatGPT to flush out more of the data and give it a proper response. Then the email gets sent out. What I recommend, especially in the beginning, is not to send out the email, but instead to put the email in a draft folder for a human intervention. Just make sure ChatGPT is doing everything you need it to do. Here's another fantastic one. I rate this one 10 out of 10. You could send WhatsApp messages. When people send messages to your guys' business WhatsApp account. Now, you cannot do this for your personal WhatsApp account, unfortunately, and things will change soon in the future. Anytime you, so once you create a WhatsApp account, WhatsApp business account, you do that off of Meta, you could basically have ChatGPT respond to those messages that are coming in, and you could even delay it for a few minutes. So message comes in, say customer service, ChatGPT will reply to that message on the very similar tones that you would typically reply to the messages with. And if it raises any red flags, it'll basically pause right there and send the message to you, just making sure for human intervention, making sure it's doing everything correctly. Find YouTube videos by keyword, summarize with ChatGPT, and send yourself the email results or Slack yourself or WhatsApp yourself or even Telegram yourself. This is great when you look at certain YouTube videos that you want to copy and follow. You'd basically find the keywords that are valuable for that particular YouTube video. And then you would find those videos, summarize those videos, and send you the results to see if that's something you want to explore further. Generate LinkedIn draft posts from Generate LinkedIn draft posts from LinkedIn with ChatGPT. Another beautiful one. Generate LinkedIn draft posts from TikTok videos with ChatGPT. You'd basically go out, see what the top highest converting TikTok videos that are hot right now in the market, and you basically use ChatGPT to be able to create LinkedIn draft post based on what it saw over that TikTok video. The reason why it's a draft is because, again, it still needs a little bit of human intervention, making sure it's doing everything correctly. This is another great one. Instead of using Shopify, a lot of companies use WooCommerce, which is another e-commerce platform. This one, WooCommerce, is open source. Shopify is closed source, and you got to pay a subscription for it. For WooCommerce, you basically have ChatGPT literally flush out the descriptions even more for yourself, and that'll save you, depending on the products you have, that'll save you countless hours a week. Now, the last and my most personal favorite ones, a streamlined YouTube uploads with AI generated descriptions and tags from Google Drive. All your files, all your videos are housed in Google Drive. ChatGPT will go in and it will create tags for your videos, and it automatically, as soon as you're ready to paste them, it'll automatically upload them to you guys' description, and then you can send it out. Anyways, I hope this video is helpful. I hope you had a deeper understanding of what kind of things you're capable with by using ChatGPT, and you use them for an automation project near the future. Thank you.